Hey there, and welcome to the end of 2025. I just want to say thank you so much for the incredible support you've given me this past year, especially if you've been here, for part of the year, most of the year, just in general. Thank you so much. This has been by far my best year on YouTube, which is kind of weird to say. It's just one of those things. It's surreal when you actually when I look back on how this channel started. It's weird to think about the journey. So I don't know, it's weird trying to reflect, but I'm trying to do that here because it's kind of fitting for an end of year type of video, right? And just looking back at what we've done this year, which I mean it's a lot gone on this year, not just on the FNAF fan game side of things, which I normally do anyway, but also with horror games, and just overall it's been a crazy year. Not even just on the YouTube side, but also from a personal life standpoint. I don't really talk about my personal life on here at all. I usually just ramble about the games that I'm playing and or just gaming in general on some occasions, but I don't really delve into my personal life on here. But it's been a wild year to say the least. But despite that, YouTube has always been so far one of the most positive things I can look on, and a source of happiness for me, especially recently. So again, thank you, because all this wouldn't be possible if it weren't for you guys. It's weird to think about the journey of this channel. I've mentioned this story a couple of times now, in passing, or usually it's in these kinds of videos that I mention this story, I guess, or the history of this channel. But in case you haven't heard the story and curious, I first made this channel in 2020, and it was around the time of the pandemic, and I always had wanted to make a YouTube channel, or I always wanted to run one, I guess. That sounds weird trying to say. I always wanted to run a YouTube channel. I always wanted to do YouTube stuff, I guess, right? All the way back, even when I was in middle school. I don't really talk about it much, but I actually did have a channel back then in 2012, where I just made videos on Minecraft, Left 4 Dead. It was some random stuff here and there. I didn't really think about it too much, and those videos are pretty much no longer there anymore, thank goodness. Some of them I look with fond memories, and others not so much. But it's hard to believe that then 2020 came around and I was home a lot, so I was like, you know what, let's finally get into making videos. I actually made this channel October 2019, if I'm not mistaken, but it took me a couple months to get off the ground, I suppose, and actually make a video. And that pretty much went on for a couple months until I said, you know what, I'm gonna stop. I felt like I was wasting my time, and I didn't want to do anymore because it was not making me happy. It was doing the opposite. And the one thing that I always wanted to make sure, especially when I started making videos again this time around with this channel back in 2021, I told myself that I have to be happy, right? This can't be, this can't be a repeat of last time. If I it's I'm not gonna make videos if it doesn't make me happy, because I don't think that contributes to a good watching experience. And just in general, from a creative aspect, why am I gonna make videos if I'm not happy with what I'm making, right? Even if it's something as simple as gameplay videos, you know what I mean? So then, after some much needed encouragement from my friends, I started making videos again in 2021. The videos I made in 2020 are no longer up on the channel, I'm pretty sure. I had videos from January up until March, actually, so around 3 months, or no, not even, 2 months I was making videos on a whole bunch of, pretty much it was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot at the time. In case you don't know, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. And I also did some Dead by Daylight. I played a Terminator game very randomly at the, as the very first video I made was a Terminator video. It is the most random thing. You probably wouldn't even guess that. But I pretty much did that in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and then I stopped. And then I started making videos again summer 2021. You can't see those videos either. I've privated those as well. But there were videos on Returnal, there were FIFA videos in there. I mean, it was kind of random. I guess actually the very first video you can probably see on my channel, the very earliest one, is the Phasmophobia video that I did, July 2021, which is about to be like 4.5 years ago. Crazy. Fast forward a couple months, I was just pretty much just like going that rhythm, right? Just making random videos, kind of like what happened in 2020. Only at that point in time, I told myself, you know, I wasn't gonna get too hung up on analytics numbers, like, you know, like literally, I'm just putting random videos out there. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna expect anything out of it. And then I started diving into horror games around September. It kind of started with Summer of '58, actually, and then I kind of was still like going random. I didn't really have a direction that I wanted this channel to go into until FNAF Security Breach. I don't know why I abbreviated FNAF, but yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach came out. I was like, you know what, like a Five Nights at Freddy's mainline game. Yeah, Security Breach, oddly enough, was really the first FNAF-centric thing that I did on this channel. And even when I was making those videos, I never really made them with the intent of, oh, I'm gonna, you know, do what I do now, which is like FNAF fan games, right? With, you know, some regular horror sprinkled in there. I never really had that mentality. I was, you know, playing Five Nights at Freddy's, I was like, you know, I have some knowledge of the lore, pretty much like up to the 6th game, but it's like the novels and everything, I had no clue what was going on with those games whatsoever, or, well, games. I didn't know anything about those novels and anything else, like FNAF World, no clue. But I had a decent understanding, I felt. Help Wanted was where things, for me, got completely, you know, over my head. But after Security Breach, I don't know, I faced a change then. I was like, you know what, I actually wanted to check out fan games. I don't quite remember how I came to that decision. I know I got interested in Five Nights at Freddy's again because of Security Breach, despite how controversial that game, well, I guess not controversial, but criticized. But I don't know how it happened, or I don't know what was the thought process, but I was like, you know what, let's look into a whole bunch of fan games, or like let's actually start looking into fan games. So I went to like the popular section on GameJoule and downloaded a bunch of games, and then one by one I just went after them. And with that, I started finding an audience with, you know, that was interested in this kind of content, you guys pretty much, which I was not expecting at all. It's weird to even think about it now. Because it's weird, because even when I made those videos back then, 4 years ago now, like, I had noticed that there's definitely some, like, those videos did, you know, relatively better than anything else I was putting out at that time. I mean, I knew FNAF fan games always had an audience on YouTube, but it can be, I mean, arguably it's very saturated, right? So I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but I was like, you know what, I don't know, it was something that caught my interest at the time. And over the course of 4 years, part of me is still kind of surprised that that this actually worked out, and that I had as much fun as I did, you know, throughout those 4 years, like going through all these games, right? I'm even looking at it now, like the Project Readjusted series, Jolly, we had Mary's Arcade, the Return to Freddy's 2 Winter Wonderland. Like, there was so much that happened throughout this time. It's kind of surreal to think that it's about to be 4 years. In a couple days, it'll have been 4 years since I went on this little fan game journey, I guess. And I just want to say thank you guys, because honestly, I would not have played any of these games if no one was interested in seeing me play these. I probably would never have played them myself. I enjoy playing fan games, but it's not like they're games that I would actively play in my free time. I have other games that I also really want to play in my free time, so it's like, you know, balancing out and whatnot. Even amidst that, right, with, you know, the fan game videos, I then came across the story breakdown stuff, right? Like, finding a whole audience that really enjoys seeing me break down, or, you know, like, kind of like put the stories of these games and try like, you know, kind of like tell a concise story based on what the games give you. And that has just been, that was not something I ever thought people would enjoy from me. Just because it was something that's like, I never imagined, like, who wants to see me, like, you know, tell the story of these games, right? On one hand, I was like, you know, I don't really see this at all. Like, you very rarely see, like, videos dedicated to, like, the, I guess, like, in a way, like, narration, quote-unquote, or just, like, the, kind of like a concise package that would just, like, tell you, like, what the game's world is about, what's the story that's going on through these games. Obviously, sometimes games have it more straightforward than others, with like phone calls and whatnot, but then some other games have like tapes that you have to find on your own, and it's like if you don't find those tapes, you don't get the full story. And because that's kind of like how this all started with the Return of Bloody Knights. It's just kind of like, that's kind of like the idea I was thinking of at the time, and it's just like, I wanted to make videos on, you know, like dedicated to those stories, because I'm a big story guy when it comes to like video games and whatnot, and I love to get immersed in a good story, and it's like, I don't think fan games are, you know, an exception to that rule. There has been some wild stories told in these fan games, both on like a serious note and also on a completely like just hilarious note, like just absurdity. And I don't think I would have ever really gotten into all that as much as I did if it weren't for how much support those videos get, and just like how much interest there was in seeing these fan games have their stories kind of like showcased in a way. Another reason why I'm saying thank you, pretty much, I guess, because I honestly, I don't know if I ever would have kept doing that. I mean, speaking of story breakdowns, somehow my most viewed and pretty much my most popular video is a story breakdown on the Five Nights at Maggie's trilogy, a game that clearly a lot of people are still interested in seeing. That video has over 37,000 views, and it's been out for a year and a half now, and even now it's pretty much my most watched video, like day after day pretty much, which is again just a wild thing to imagine that so many people are interested in that. All in all, it's been a great year, and it's been a great journey so far, and I have no intention of stopping, obviously. It's just I'm too happy doing this to like just stop, you know what I mean? Like, as for next year, I'm not so sure, like, you know, obviously a lot of people tend to put like goals for like the next year or not. YouTube wise, it's usually a subscriber related goal, though I don't know, I don't really focus on the subscriber number as much. I more so really, you know, care about the viewer engagement and whatnot. That to me is more satisfying than the actual subscriber number, though I suppose you know, to keep in some kind of tradition, I suppose it'd be cool to hit 5,000 subscribers, I guess, by the end of next year. Half of 10,000 would be wild. I mean, we're almost at 4,000, which is wild in its own anyway. So I guess if there was any goal that I would set forth there, it would be cool to get that for next year. Only reason I can say that is because of how supportive you guys have been. So, final time, thank you. I need to stop. I've been rambling for about 20 minutes. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I still have to put in the Jumpscare compilation at the end. But with all that said, I hope you did enjoy my little rambling, my little story time about this channel's history, I suppose. And here's to the new year. Take care during the New Year festivities. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care. And enjoy the Jumpscare compilation. I almost forgot I'm putting that after this. I think it's there. It's not there. It's not. What the hell? Where the hell is this thing coming from? Where are you? Yoo-hoo! Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Holy sh... Get. Bloody mannequins. What the hell? Puppet leading children. Turn around. Oh. The hell? Oh no. It's a baby. If the baby just cried, oh. No. When? When? Oh no. When the hell the puppet? Oh, you sneaky get over here. Screw you. Oh. Hold on. No, get away. Oh my god. I'm clicking on the cooler, bro. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh wait, no. Oh. That. I don't remember Silver Ending looking like that. Oh, come on. How does that not work on you? Oh, this is bad. Is that close enough? That's not close enough, right? I don't know if that's close enough. Oh, it is. What? Oh my god. Seriously? Okay. Yoo-hoo. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. Oh. Oh, Oh, I'm screwed. Oh, I'm so screwed. What the flying hell? Is this supposed to be the original version of the moon? Big man, how you doing? Can I, like, leave? No? Which way are you going? Oh, wait, I have to close the door. One. Oh god, oh god, oh god. No, that's not it. No! Oh my god. Whoa, wait, what the hell is that? Just Shadow Foxy. How the hell do I deal with them? Let's see if I can delay them. What the hell? That was a first. I've never seen that happen before. If Chica just said, you know what? I'm out of here. What? Oh. No. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, folks. It looks like we need a refill.
Yeah, please refill that.
Real just like me soon enough.
Whoa, what was that? What was that? Oh, nah. Whoa, wait. What is it? What is it? What is it? I don't know what... I don't know what's happening. Ugh. Yes, sir? Uh-oh. The heartbeat stopped. Like, excuse me, sir. Let me go check the door real quick. Go away, you two. Jeez, I was messing up for so long there. When did Freddy laugh? Go away, both of you. Oh,